It's meditation. It's meditation. A lot of people, their first response is, well, I can't meditate. And I think there's like a slight miscommunication because meditation means to pay attention to. So, like to pay attention without changing it. So, uh, of course, anyone can meditate. Uh, People don't understand that's the activity, and they make up these stories about, well, it has to be, I can't have any thoughts in my head, and that's not how brains work. Brains think thoughts. It's to become aware of the thoughts. Um, so the reason I'm bringing this up here is because I want to provide you. My whole thing is about solutions. Like I just care about people living in less pain the easiest way possible. So meditation has been scientifically and rigorously documented to help people experience less pain, to improve sleep, to improve or honestly, the coolest part of meditation is that the part of the brain that thinks about ourself, our ego, is actually down regulated when we train in meditation every day. So we start to become less reactive. We start to think about ourselves a little less. We create a little bit of distance between what is actually happening in life and then our response to it, because we can see it with a little perspective because that's the training that we're doing in meditation. So I'm going to walk you through with the instruction. So I'm going to be talking the whole time. The meditation I do. I do it 30 minutes and it's 6 parts each for 5 minutes each. So I'm going to condense it down to make each part 1 minute. And it's going to be a 6 minute guided. And if you think this could benefit you, I would be more than happy to record one with adequate pauses in between. And or you can sign up for a free Zoom consult with me. I'll include a link. And it's for 15 minutes, but we can meditate together and we can start it. I can teach you. Because like meditation, I built a better brain because of meditation. And I never would have even been open to it in the slightest if I hadn't started using cannabis first. So that's how I got here. I don't know how you got here, but I'm glad you're here. So I'm going to keep an eye on the time. And let's just see how this goes, because this is a practice that's very like near and dear to my heart. And I think other people might enjoy it too. So, and just to preface it with one more thing about meditation is that, so it's, we're practicing present moment awareness. We're going to go through our senses and let our attention rest on various sensory modalities. And of course, thoughts are going to bubble up. That's what brains do. You don't have to get upset. All you have to do is say, thinking, and then you're going to come back to the feeling of your butt in the chair, or the sound of the plane, or whatever thing we're on for that 1 minute. And you can, brains thinking, not that hard, label it and come back. Label it and come back. Do you know how many thoughts people think a day? It's like, I'm not going to say trillions, but I looked it up once and it's a lot. So, okay. So let's get comfortable. We just want to be somewhere comfortable. You don't have to be doing anything else for 6 minutes. You're just going to be doing this. You don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to keep an eye on the time and we'll go from there. So the way that this meditation starts is, we're going to close our eyes because 90% of sensory data that bombards our brain comes from the eyes. So when you close your eyes, you're already doing a service to your brain by limiting the amount of information that's coming in. I might keep my eyes open. I haven't decided yet. So you're going to close your eyes. And there's also like, there's outside of your body from when your hands end out. And then there's inside of your body from when your hands are to inside. So we are going from outside to inside. Okay, not that hard. Children do it. So close your eyes. First thing you're going to do is notice any points of contact. Points of contact are like the feeling of your butt in the chair. there's not really any wrong way to feel points of contact. You might even feel your feet on the ground. This is how it feels to sit. And of course, you're hearing things, you're smelling things, but you're going to let your awareness rest on what it feels like to sit. Fabulous. Great job. Next step. Now we're going to rest our attention on sounds. We can't change the sounds. We're just going to notice the sounds in our environment. We might even have thoughts regarding the sounds, like, that's so annoying. Thinking, listen. Just listening. Nothing else to do. Lovely. Third step. You're going to take this time to declare to yourself what you want. Be as specific as possible and start the intention with thank you, and then phrase it as if it has already happened. Think about what you want. Start the intention with thank you, and then finish it with as if it has already happened, meaning you're phrasing it in the past tense. Let that marinate for a second. Fabulous. Fourth step. We're just going to power on our chakras, energy centers. There's 7 of them. I'm going to do it in English, not Sanskrit, because I think that resonates more. We're going to Roy G. Biv our way up, starting with red and going up to violet. So the first one is I am here. Say that in your head. I am here. Next, I feel. I do. I love. I communicate. I trust my intuition. And then the last one is silent. And that silent one is going to transition us into the meat of the meditation, which is where we're going to rest our attention on our breath. You might feel it in your chest. You might feel it in your throat. You might feel it in your nose. You may not feel it at all. But there's no wrong way to breathe. And in fact, you've been breathing your entire life. So if you ever thought you couldn't meditate, you're doing it right now. And what happens when we breathe and we breathe slowly, and when our out breaths are longer than our in breaths, is that it signals to our autonomic nervous system that it's okay to relax, that the adrenaline and the cortisol don't need to be pumping out, that you can actually come into a state of contentness. And now for the last step of the meditation, let the mind be free. If you want to worry, worry. If you want to think about the future, think about the future. If you want to ruminate, ruminate. But let your mind do whatever it wants without any effort at all. Now come back into the feeling of your butt in the chair and the sounds and the smells. And you just did your first meditation practice. So I hope you enjoyed that.